Alrighty, let's bring him in. Piyush, welcome. Thanks so much for joining. Great to have you here, mate.
Thank you so much for having me.
Mate, I'm really excited to have this chit chat with you. You guys are working on so many cool things, and you personally as well. I love the fact that we've got the very the background there with the smiley face and everything. You are ready to present, my friend. I love it. Mate, one thing for sure is 20 minutes is not going to be enough for Piyush. And so before I pop the hood, I've got a quick question for you.
Mhm.
What is something that you've done with AI today?
Okay, that's a great question. So I run a lot and I have my Garmin
Okay.
and I got like my Apple apps and couple of other things that I track. So what I did today was I wanted to measure my biological age versus the age that I am in. So I got a good answer.
Okay. What is?
So
May I
I'm
ask? Is that
Oh
rude?
yeah, absolutely. So I'm in mid 30s. I'm in 35, right?
Okay.
So I put all my stats and everything inside of Chat GPT, right? And I got an answer that my biological age is 29.5. And I
Wow.
asked, yeah, that's a good win, right? And I asked ChatGPT what I can do better. So it gave me like five, ten
Wow.
things that I can improve in my nutrition, I can improve in my workouts and things like that. So
Very.
it's magical. I would have spent more than a day calculating all of this data on my own otherwise, but I got answer in minutes. And while I was traveling, I was doing nothing. So this is like I'm super super excited what AI can do for me in every day and what it can do for everybody in their life in their business.
So, so hang on. So you got the data from Garmin, and then you fed it into just ChatGPT, and you gave
Yeah.
it the questions. Like there wasn't a thing that said, "Tell me my bio age versus actual age." You made that yourself,
Yes.
or
Yes. Yeah.
right? I don't think mine would go back. I have a feeling mine would go forward.
Well,
That's
you can try it out. You can try it out.
I'm scared of the knowledge. That's okay. Ignorance is bliss. Bliss, Piyush. That's okay. I can. Yeah, I'll do it after my health month. Every year I do a health month. And let's do it
Okay.
after that. So, what are some of the things that it looked at when it did that? How did you prompt something like that so that you felt like you got an accurate answer?
I don't know whether it's an accurate answer, but it definitely made me realize that I'm on the right path to do it. So
Right.
what I put in all the data points I had. I had data points from my Garmin. I had data points from the nutrition that I take in, everything else that goes around the environment I'm in, and things like that. And
Yeah.
then I asked it, "Hey, could you do me a favor? Like don't be any shy in asking me any type of question." So it gave me like a couple of questions that how much did you like eat last in your last meal, what is your favorite meal and stuff like
Right.
that, and it gave me a biological age. So that was pretty cool and neat, I would say.
I hope you don't mind. I'm going to pivot slightly because you've just reminded me of something I was talking about last night with my family. You know that guy Brian? Is it Brian Johnson? Brian Robinson?
Yeah,
The guy,
yeah.
the
Yeah,
world's. Yeah, I
the
feel like
blueprint,
checking
the
your bio.
blueprint guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the blueprint guy. So I read an article about a bunch. There were a bunch of articles about it, but he was saying how he's going to sell or he's going to get rid of Blueprint. He's going to sell it off. He's like, I
yeah.
don't need the money. It's just too much headache. It's too much drama. I want to focus on my religion. I was like, religion? What religion? Because I bought all those pills. He was like, I take 150 pills a day or whatever, and I was like, great, sure, it can't hurt me. Let's go take them. And so, someone like that, the world's most measured man, like you took your data from your Garmin watch.
Right.
Imagine the data that guy would be sitting on. He's got his skin, he's got his eyes, he's got his organs, he's got his everything. Imagine the data that you could get from AI. I wonder. Well, I'm sure if he released one, you might subscribe.
I might.
But I genuinely feel like I read an article from that I was in like 12 years ago, and all I could rave about was augmented tech, wearable tech, right? All the things that we could be wearing, and I'm surprised we're not doing more of it. For the simple point of what you mentioned, which is, I've got my Garmin watches collecting all of this data. great, use it, right? Glasses that can connect to insights and whatever else, and heart rate monitors and the rings and all of these things. I'm not hearing enough about AI and those things. No, are you in tune with those things more than I am? Maybe it's because my bio age is older than my actual age. But are you hearing cool stuff with this wearable tech and AI, or is it you,
Yes.
Piyush, building things?
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I am all about technology and things like that. My wife sometimes worry about the kind of stuff that I buy from the internet just to, I mean, explore ideas and things like that. So, I think.
Hey, this show's PG-13. Relax on that
Oh, thank you. Thank you for reminding me that. I thought it was two of us.
one. So, what kind of stuff are you buying online, mate? What's the
So, I mean, we are definitely going very in the right direction in terms of healthcare and the tech that is evolving with AI. So, in the early ages, when I really started working on my health and things like that, what I got was a very early stage Fitbit, right? It could measure a couple of things. But now, I mean, you can even measure your stress levels, the amount of nutrition you got, the calories, and every step you took in a day. So, which is like all the data points that you can imagine as a human that you could collect. And then you have the other thing that is going on in the world, that is AI. You put it there, and it is going to throw back and give you ideas and everything else around it. So, which is amazing.
Yeah, but see, that's you strike me as a person who like eats this tech up. Like you look for it and you hunt it, right?
Yeah.
But there's a big gap between the data that's generated and executing it with AI, right? Like what you just mentioned is a perfect use case. Why the hell isn't Fitbit and all those other guys coming up with really good AI apps that you can ask really clear questions and start getting insights into what you should eat today and what you should do today and how you should whatever, so that you can, I feel like, I mean, maybe I'm just missing the whole wave because I eat junk and I drink junk and I do all of that. But maybe there are some apps that are doing these things. Are you finding that the data and the AI is talking today, or do you have to do it yourself?
So that's a great question. I mean, there are apps out there on the internet which are specifically built for customers who are looking to explore something in healthcare sector, right?
Right.
They have their data sets put through all the healthcare data that they could collect. But I think there is still an issue with privacy, right? So all the patient data, you cannot like put it into an AI, combine it, and see what succeeded with patient number one, what succeeded with patient number two. And when you ask a question, right? You ask a question, what I can do today to like get a better amount of sleep, or what I can do to get better with my health and things like that. It cannot, like right now, it cannot access all the data that is out there in the world. Maybe John Hopkins in US has the tremendous amount of data that is inaccessible to AI, or maybe they are doing it on their own. It is not publicly available.
Mm.
So it is about time that this data becomes anonymous and it becomes available to AI, and that AI is like available to the public. Like I can talk about that it is going to revolutionize how the industry works. And this is something I am very keen on talking about. I talk about something called medical transcripts. So back in the days, if you go back maybe 13, 15 years back, there was a huge industry that revolved around medical transcripting. A doctor is going to record what they operated on the patient on, right? They are going to record it and send it overseas, and somebody overseas is going to listen to it, and they are going to type everything, and they are going to give it back, because this was like, I think, a requirement in US that you have to have medical transcript.
Right.
One day Google comes out with speech to text, and overnight the industry changed, right? So I think the next revolution is on the verge of happening with healthcare. So I'm not a healthcare expert, and I I'm just a beginner or an amateur who explores what is there out on the internet. But I think we are on the verge of having a revolution in healthcare, how people like live their life and how they improve their life that they are living.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we are on that.
The things that frustrate us the most are the things that we spend time on and are concerned with. Those are the things that are innovative. Like, you remember taxis before Uber?
Yeah.
Stinky, pain in the butt, always late, never precise. Remember that? That was a reality. We're like, oh, that's just what taxis are, and they swept on in and did all that. I'm a big believer in AI completely transforming healthcare because it's not. I think it's ridiculous that I can ask 10 doctors the same question and get different answers. I like the idea that it's mathematical and you have data and you're not hungover and you don't care about your wife that just divorced you or whatever. I want to know that when I speak to the doctor, it's factual, right? And the
Yeah.
same thing goes for a lot of industries. But I'm a firm believer, and I've been singing this song for a couple of years now. Every single best practice, every single tool will be redesigned from the ground up with generative AI. It's not it's not if, it's how long it takes us to get there. Medical would be a really good one for us to kick off with. But I mean, I know we're talking about fitness and health and the watch thing because you are a fitness guy, but all the cool stuff you're doing with HIC, I mean, you must be seeing some interesting stories. What are some of the things where you've seen it working really well? What are some of the things that you've seen it going slower than you thought?
So, I mean, I can talk about the exciting stuff that we are doing at HIC. We have brilliant apps, document generation app, and the Shopify integration app. You can see all the banners in my background, right? So, we
Yeah.
are a Salesforce company, right? And we use Salesforce on our own. So before AI, maybe 2 years back, what we used to do in Salesforce, we used to hunt down leads and opportunities, right? That we think that could have a possibly higher score and a higher chance of winning, right? And we would spend like days in a month to find those specific leads. Somebody left, then you have their leads, and you really want to go inside all their leads and find those ones that are really, really juicy and really can win you business. Now, what we are doing, we are pushing all that data through Agent Force, which is an AI product of Salesforce. And what it is telling us, hey, these are the five top 10 leads, or these are the five top 10 opportunities that you can work on today. And it's not taking me days or something like that. It is really, really seeing my past successes, all the
Mm.
customers that have been successful with me, right? And it is going to see my future data. So it is building that pipeline. It is giving me those heads up ahead of time. So I'm not wasting a lot of time in like finding that customer, but I'm like spending my time in winning that customer. So this is the kind of revolution that I'm seeing in my own organization. I can definitely talk about what we are seeing with customers. They're seeing more precise data, and even for one customer who is in, I think they are in real estate and mortgage. What
Mm.
they are doing right now with us is that we are, I mean, putting in an AI in place. It's similar to ChatGPT, and what it is doing, it is taking all the data from Salesforce, processing it, seeing their past, and it is mitigating their risk. So let's say if there is a customer who has like submitted 10 requests with us, or something like that is happening, and they had a past history of rejection, which may be overseen by an actual person, can now not be overseen by an AI, and it can do that assessment within seconds instead of a person taking like a couple of hours doing that assessment, reviewing all that document. I mean, it's crazy. And the crazy amount of time they are saving, and obviously time is money. So they are saving a lot of money in that.
I saw
And
something.
they are also finding that I mean that juicy customer of their own, which has a great
Right.
history with them. We have sold something to them in the past, and they have a really good credit history and things like that. So, I mean, it's a win for everybody in Salesforce.
I heard something from Mark Benioff like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and how he's like, we're going to have more agents than anyone else in the world. We're going to have 1 billion agents by the end of 2025. And if that came from anyone else, I'd be like, all right, man, yeah, I'll see you later. But Benioff, I'm like, you know what? You might actually do 1 billion agents.
Right, right,
And
right, right.
it's those little use cases that you're talking about where it's like, okay, here's this very specific situation. That's an agent right there. Let's go. And they're just going to replicate it across every industry, every company headcount size, every deal scenario. There's so many incredible insights that the question then must be asked is, at what point do salespeople become customer support people, and like less involved in that process? Is this going to be fuel for the fire, or is this going to lead the charge?
So I think what is going to happen in the near future is that we won't need any people to send out those automated emails, those
Right.
voice notes, and things like that. The sales reps could actually connect with people and build that relationship and build that trust. So they are not spending time on the desk, just like working, typing, and finding their data. They are actually in the field or with the customer, building that relation, showing them that crazy, crazy product that they want to sell, doing that demo, right? The crazy plane they want to sell, the crazy jet they want to sell, and things like that. Instead of finding that customer who might be here and there in their own sales force, right?
Mm.
So the agents of the future will be building relationship, doing some creativity with the customer, and those physical meetups are going to happen more as compared to just a virtual email, a virtual note, or somebody like just giving a call. I think all of this would be automated, and the systems and Salesforce is just going to send a note. Hey, I have booked a meeting for you. You go and win this tiger. Something like this is going to happen.
That's the yeah. That's definitely the next stepping stone. If you get a chance to watch some of the other interviews that I'm doing, you'll listen to multiple people say, "I have a relationship with ChatGPT. Like I ask it business stuff, but I ask it a lot of personal stuff." Right? And if you can have that kind of personal relationship, I think that you must be able to have a sales relationship where you can trust its inputs and outputs. Right?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a very exciting next chapter. Look, for you personally, though, you've obviously got quite a lot of tools under your belt, and we've talked about a couple of them today. But let's whip out the entire tool belt. What is in Piyush tool belt? What your ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, Salesforce? What's in that tool belt that you rely on day to day, week to week, month to month?
So, I mean, my number one is ChatGPT, right? Then we have Grok and Gemini. So I don't use Gemini the usual way. I use Gemini more on my phone, right?
Interesting.
So yeah, if I see a flower or something on the way, I don't know their name or something like that. So I use Gemini for that. So those
Actually,
sort of
very
personal things happen with Gemini with me.
uh-huh.
Yeah. So, and there are a couple of more, and I can tell you one website. I don't remember everybody's name. So there is a website called There is an AI for that. So you go there and you search what you want to do today. So for instance, I want to like check how my website is performing. So I'll go to this website, put in that website performance, and it is going to spit out a couple of websites that I actually do performance check. So I'm also experimenting with an AI browser. I think Perplexity came out with a browser, but I'm not using that. I'm using something called Do.ai.
Do.ai.
Yeah, something like that. I can't like really remember the name, and I think I'm in a different laptop right now, so I can't really tell you the name. But it's a AI browser, and you tell it that, hey, could you find an email and reply to Mr. Mango that I said hi, I miss him, right? So it is going to check all my emails, and it is going to find that particular email and going to send that to you.
That's cool.
And I'm not going to touch my laptop, or I can do something on the side on my laptop.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I just checked out it's called Perplexity Comet, by the way, the browser thing.
Yes. Yeah.
That's,
I
yeah,
did not get the invite. I wanted to, I did not.
it asked me to join the wait list. We
Oh,
gotta,
yeah.
we should interview someone who to come on here, and then we can join the wait list. But
Maybe.
that does sound very cool because I mean, the amount of time you waste going back and forth between tabs, like if you could just chat to it, you'd be
Yeah.
so much happier. So, look, I'm just cautious. We're going to run out of time here, Piyush. So, one thing that's going to change in the next 6 months for you, what do you want to be doing more of with AI, and what do you recommend to other people who are trying to do more in AI?
So, I mean, as a business, what I want to do with AI is I want AI to suck in all the data that I have on my workforce or my customers and tell me that these are the possible risks and these are the possible wins that I can do tomorrow. So when I wake up, I want my calendar to be booked with things I need to do today. And that is being done by an AI in the background while I sleep. It checks all my messages, it checks all my data inside of Salesforce, inside of my HRMS, and things like that.
Right.
And maybe it can also tell me that, hey, Mr. Mango is living in Japan and it might be raining today and there is a flight delay, so he might not be able to meet his schedule today. Things like that, right? So it's seeing my future with you and things like that, right?
That would be cool. And who do you think is going to be able to pull that off? Is it ChatGPT?
Um,
Is it Gemini? Is it Perplexity?
I don't know. I don't know. But my money is on Perplexity and ChatGPT. And in terms of sales, my all of my money and investment and my business is on Salesforce. Yeah.
Okay, well, for episode 2 of Piyush and Many Mangoes, Mango Magic, we'll find the answer to that. But Piyush, mate, look, thank you so much for taking the time. It's been really insightful, and I know we could have chat for a couple of hours on this. So, look,
Yes.
I appreciate you taking the time. I'm going to jump into the lobby now and say hello to the next guest, get them ready for this, and then please feel free to hang around, say goodbye to everyone, and next time, Piyush, it's been a pleasure, mate.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Bye, everybody.
See you, mate.
Bye, everybody. So these are our products, Docs Made Easy, which is a document generation app built on top of Salesforce. You can generate documents. So try our app today. And the other one is for integrating Shopify with your Salesforce. So if you have Shopify and Salesforce, you can try our app. And the best part I saved for the last, both of these apps are free. So try them out.